Enjoy this Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Joyful Findings Show with your host, Melissa Parks.
Welcome to the Joyful Findings Show today, December 11th, 2019. Can you believe it? We're almost halfway through this month already. I appreciate all of you guys tapping in today and being a part of this show, whether it's today or one other day. We are all connected. So there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. I feel like a lot more people are waking up. We have a lot of energy points that are going to be coming up for us. I call them energy points, choice points. I hope I did all right. So it's like all this stuff that's going on, right? It's all good, right? Whether we think of it as good or not, because I know there's a few things in my life recently that's popped up that have just kind of, triggered me back into some old feelings and emotions and fears. And, all this stuff is coming up to be cleared for the final time, right? Don't you feel like you're coming full circle on a lot of things? I've been noticing that a lot with a lot of things that I've been thinking about, that these things have been coming up full circle. So we're kind of like closing those gaps. We're closing up those things that no longer serve us, and we're starting to really create some new stuff, which is way cool, which is so exciting. So I'm happy that all of you guys are here today. I don't know what that was all about. So it's like all this fun that we're having, and the holidays are coming up, and a lot of those energy days are going to be through the holidays. So stand in your highest power, stand in your truth, and I feel like a lot of you are really uncovering yourselves, right? I feel like this word's come up a few times this week, been like an undercover agent or a double agent, like you've been working for the light but you've been hanging out in the dark, or vice versa. It could work either way, but I feel like we're all starting to stand in our true selves. I don't feel like we have to hide anymore. It's very important that we all come out of hiding so that our lights really start to shine. So this is going to be an exciting time that we're really moving into. As long as you're truly letting go of all the old programming, old patterns that you've had set in your life that are not bringing you joy, right? You're looking at your whole life and you're saying, hey, this is bringing me joy, this is not bringing me joy, and you're starting to create more joy. Do more things that create joy. And step out of fear. Step out of fear. Pretty please with sugar on it. So what else do they have going on this week? It's funny because I didn't have a chance to do an automatic writing before I sat down to do the show today because my dog needed to go out. So it was important that I actually get outside for a few minutes before we started the show. So that's awesome too. So wherever you are, spend a little time outside. Do it in nature. Even if it's cold, just go outside, look at the sun for a little bit if you have the sun, or hug a tree, feel a tree. I feel like we need to connect with Mother Earth a little bit, even if you just send her love from inside the warmth of your house. Whatever you need to do, everything is done energetically so you can think it and it starts to happen. So they want you to realize that the magic is really going to start to happen again. Okay, so you guys are starting to recognize more of the magic that's going on in your life, more of the magic that you're starting to create in your life, and this is just phenomenal stuff, right? And we have like 12/12 tomorrow, right? We have this full moon happening at 12/12 on 12/12. Oh, my God, the numbers are codes, okay? So they're unlocking things for you. So me saying them, you seeing them, you hearing them, it's all important. This is all important about you moving forward into these this new age that we're truly moving into, the things that we're really starting to create. So that brings great joy to many, many, many people, especially the other side, because we're all stepping up and we're doing our purpose. Even if you don't know what your purpose is, you are still moving in that direction. That's the human part of us that wants to know it completely, right? Because I want to know mine. I still don't know all of what mine is. So don't feel like you're being left out if you don't know, okay? Because there's still more to be revealed to us. There's still more to uncover about ourselves. There's just so much more. And I'm excited about where everything's going, and I hope you guys are too. I'm here to help you find the joy in your life. I'm here to empower you. I'm here to send out the vibrations of love and light. I'm here to send out healing. I'm here on so many different levels that I still can't even comprehend in my human brain, and I'm trying to explain it to y'all. So I want you guys to feel into it, because that's really important. feeling the energy, feel what that feels like, right? Because, again, I'm going to talk about a heart center from where we come from. This heart center is helping guide the way. You can close your eyes. We can walk blindfolded if we just listen to our heart center. It's going to lead us in the direction of our true joy, our true passion, our true us. It brings me back to, things that we were taught and things that we were told when we were younger. You know what I mean? Again, helping change up the energy. So it was like my father used to go, you need to listen to your head, not your heart. Your heart's just going to get you in trouble. And really, it's the other way around, right? He was giving me false information. And it's taken me 40-something years to figure that out. So I'm here to share that with you, right? So it's like now I'm like thinking from my heart. I'm feeling from my heart. I'm allowing a lot of information to flow from my heart because that's our soul center. The suit that we wear, this human body, is just something we picked out of a closet to be here. And we all decided we wanted to be here and be a part of the plan, even if you have no idea what the plan is, because some of you guys are doing everything that you need to know without knowing a thing. And then there's a lot of you out there that are doing stuff that you're doing something, but you can't identify what it is, right? And I'm getting goosebumps as I tell you that right now. So energy levels, right? And it's funny because I've tapped into a few different people on YouTube this week, just randomly bouncing around. And I love it because they have a lot of the same messages that I'm giving. They're just giving it in a different way. So that means the message is getting out there to mass people now, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say that. And they have me spreading my arms out, helping that energy spread out and around, and allow yourselves to really own that. I mean, really own that. And they just show me like this, your aura starts to light up, right? You start to feel lighter. When we're starting to connect with our higher selves, these things start to feel better inside of us. We're able to let go of pain. We're able to forgive. We're able to move forward. We're able to get unstuck. They're just throwing a lot of different things out there that many different people might be in, or so many different levels of where you're at and where you're going and what you would desire to do. Now it's just opening up that heart center so you can really start to do this stuff. And they're showing me, as I've been learning in the last few months, that this is true, right? Everything I speak is truth. I can't help but speak the truth. It just flows out of my mouth now, even on those moments or occasions where I would wish it didn't. But it does. It just flies right out of me because I am feeling like I am in that connection. I am standing in that vibration. I am standing in my true self. And I want all of you to feel that too. And just because I tell you what is my truth doesn't necessarily it's part of your truth. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest, okay? Because this is about you guys getting the codes that you need, the remembering that you need to get so that you can remember who you are, right? So now that you're starting to remember, right, because more and more people are waking up. More and more people are waking up. And I noticed this even on my Facebook page. People that would have posted something negative 2 months ago are posting out something positive now, and I'm like, woohoo! All right, they're getting the picture. They're changing up their mindset. They're not staying in that negative vibration anymore. They're like, I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to keep climbing, and it feels good when you do that because then you start letting go of whatever those past traumas or dramas that are keeping you back, right? And by doing this, it's like letting go of all these heavy weights you've been carrying around, right? Because even in the last couple months, I've been carrying them around, and I thought I got rid of them, right? I thought I got rid of that lesson, right? No, I didn't. I had to relearn it again, but it was also, again, about me coming full circle with it to really know that it was ending, right? So anything that you see that's coming full circle, and I guess that's kind of funny that it's going to be full circle and we have a full moon. It's funny how they put all those things together. So just know that you are coming full circle and you are stepping into who you really are. It's like, it's so funny because they're showing me like this, like we're all in a dressing room, right? And we're getting ready. We all went in there to put on this new little outfit, and we look so cute. And we're ready to walk out, and now we're starting to beam again. It's like we walk through the curtain of the changing room, and all of a sudden it's like a new world. It feels new. It feels different. And it may be feeling that way for some of you already, right? Because I have moments of that. I keep fluctuating between 3D and 5D. I feel like a yo-yo sometimes. Excuse me. But, it's like we're learning in this vibration, too. We're learning which vibration feels better. We're learning, there's a lot of learning going on. I feel like there's a lot of learning going on. There's been a lot of learning going on in 2019, and it's about clearing that up, right? We're getting ready to end another decade. We're getting ready to start a new year. We're getting ready to start a new decade. We're getting ready to start our new lives. And, I think I posted this thing this morning on Facebook or whatever that said, it's time to get rid of all the negativity. It's get rid of the trash. So people, places, and things that are no longer bringing you joy, these are some of the things that you need to get rid of. So it's about getting rid of so you can gain more, peace, us. So they're excited about that. And you can feel the vibrations coming from me, and I've been able to be quiet since we started. So it's like they're on like high speed today. So feel the vibrations, feel the energy, stand in that love and that joy and that vibration that you have. They're showing me a lot of things are taking place in a lot of your chakras lately. They're showing me they're all being cleansed. They're all being spun out. They're showing me like a washing machine. So they're all kind of being spun out. And, our third eye, they want me to talk about that a little bit today because I feel like that one's been the most damaged out of all of them, really, because we haven't been able to see. I mean, they've all been damaged in some way or shape or form, but now it's like we're trying to get all those back into balance and all into that vibration. So they're sending extra energy all to your third eye today because they're really wanting you to open. They're really wanting you to expand that. And you can probably feel that in behind your eyes, and I'm kind of feeling it kind of deep, like way back in my forehead. If you could go in maybe an inch, I'm feeling the pressure way back in there. So I feel like there's a lot of, they're calling it a rotor-rooter, so there's a lot of cleanup going on right there. So enjoy that cleanup so you can see much clearer because energy is going to be a lot easier to see, too. They've been showing me that a lot lately, too. You know how, like, when you're in the middle of summer and you can see the heat coming off the road, right? You can see the energy of that heat rising from that. Okay, you're going to start recognizing energy in this way more often. So enjoy that, okay? Enjoy starting to see more of this energy or being able to see auras around people or what energies are associated with people or whatever it is going to be for you because everyone's different. None of us are exactly the same. We all have our individual things is the best way to describe it. They came up with all kinds of words, and I just couldn't spit any of them out. So just tap into whatever that vibration is for you because it'll make a lot of sense for you. Oh, man, let's see what else they have for you guys today. What else is going on in the world? Oh, yeah, there's lots of stuff going on in the world. Lots of more truth is coming out, people. If you're paying attention, whether it's in your little household or in wherever, I just feel like all this truth is being exposed. We're starting to put all the dots together. It's like, everything that we've been learning in our lifetime, right? Because all your life you've been picking up all these little breadcrumbs, right? Little breadcrumb here, little information there. Didn't know what to do with it when you were picking it up or retain that information. But now, we're in 2019 and you're able to put some of these breadcrumbs together and it makes sense, right? You're like, oh, my God, now I know why I went through X, Y, and Z in my life so that it made sense so that I know this, right? Or to help you open up more to who you are, right? Because magic is also the word of the day because we're also starting to create that magic, which is cool, right? Because we're coming into Christmas. We have magic in the Christmas time, right? Because we believe Santa could do all those magical things. And truly, if we truly believe those things, they can happen. And there's a lot of things that are taking place within that time frame around Christmas, too. A lot of those energy days, 21, 22, 23, around the winter solstice, and through Christmas and through the end of the year. So, whoa, they just showed me like it's going to be like a whirlwind. Woo! So enjoy the ride, right? Because they're just showing me everyone being, and it's not like a whirlwind, like a bad one, because they're showing me like it's fun, right? It's a fun one. It's like there's all this spinning going on. Again, they're showing me like a washing machine, but you're not going to get spun out like that. They're showing me it's just like a time period, right? And they show me as this time period changes, and I love when they do this. They show me it's almost like two little mini whirlwinds, and they kind of like drop you into 2020. And there you're getting to create whatever it is that you're wanting to create. So they're showing me this, and they're just, I guess they are going to spit you out, but it's going to be in 2020, and it'll be a lot better. So that's a lot of fun, right? So there's a lot of energy building up in tomorrow through the end of the month. So just to kind of enjoy the ride, because we don't know where we're going, but keep your thoughts positive, keep your be mindful of what you're saying. Be mindful of what you're doing. Be what you need to be for yourself to advance, to grow, and they're showing me springtime is going to be a lot of fun too, because all the seeds that you're planting now, people, like they're showing me all these seeds being planted, those are going to start to come to fruition in spring. Okay, so spring, I'm feeling like March, April, when we start to really liven up and things start to take place. So all the changes that are going to take place in the next few months are going to be like, whoa, that was fast, too. It's going to happen really, really fast. So that's going to be a lot of fun, too. I'm excited about where we're going and everything that's taking place. Woo, I tell you what, they just have me, like, I feel all bubbly and giggly inside. And, woo, I'm telling you, it's very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. Let's see what else they want for you guys. So again, listening to your messages that you're getting from around you, whether you're hearing them in your head, or you're hearing them, or you're seeing them, or whatever it is. It's funny because I was driving today and I was like thinking about something, and then all of a sudden, bam, there was like this song that came on that was coinciding with what I was thinking about in the moment, you know what I mean? So, woo, I tell you what, that was so awesome, because it was like they're talking to you, right? Spirit's talking to you in every which way. So whether you're hearing it, seeing it, and it can hear the voices in your head, whoever talks to you, whatever it might be, that's just phenomenal. Woo, woo, woo. Let's see. Oh, the gifts of the universe. Yes. Oh, my God, that's awesome. And snow, how cleansing is that, Tiffany? They had snow up in Connecticut. And that's so cleansing. And, oh, my God, this has never happened before. Can I share this little part? That's so cool. Kids showing up to shovel. She says, oh, my God, we had snow here overnight. 2 12-year-old boys just shoveled my driveway and walk away for me before I could get out there to do it. Was waiting for it to stop snowing. Love the gifts from the universe. Of course I paid them, giving and receiving messages and gifts from the universe. This has never happened before. Kids showing up to shovel? Yes. Whoa. Okay, so this is awesome, okay, because, right, Tiffany didn't want to go out and shovel her driveway or her sidewalks or whatever. Trust me, I can relate. I do not miss the snow. So God bless you for all that live in the wintertime. But for them to just show up like that, the universe is so sharing that with you, going, all right, you don't want to do it yet? We're going to send these 2 little kids right up your little driveway, bam, 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 and you're good to go. Plus, those kids are also listening to the universe too, right, because they showed up. The kids showed up to shovel the driveway, and they weren't expecting payment. They just showed up and started doing it. You know what I mean? So that shows that there's like this really big, see how things are changing? I mean, look, Tiffany says this has never happened before in her neighborhood or for her. So this is showing me, oh, my God, this opens up my heart chakra so much more, that they are just, people are usually are opening up more. So this means the kids are connected into the heart vibration too, right? Because they were doing that out of the kindness of their heart. They weren't walking around with the sign on. So this just shows me that humanity is growing up all over the place. I love that. You know what I mean? So this is just amazing, amazing stuff, right? So things that have never happened before are going to start happening. So these are all mini miracles, right? Because that was a miracle that someone showed up. She didn't have to get all bundled up, gloves, boots, jacket, the whole nine to go out and shovel. You know what I mean? So that's wonderful. I love that. You're so blessed today. We're all blessed today, really, if we look at it. We just have to have open eyes to be able to look at it sometimes. Because even sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives are also a blessing, right? We're getting out of maybe a toxic relationship because it blew up or whatever, or we're getting out of whatever it was that wasn't fitting. You know what I mean? So now it's like we're all like shimmying. They show me you shimmying. Haha, this is so funny. Almost kind of like doing a little dance, onto the happy side. So you're moving into the better vibration. You're moving into the happy zone. So everyone's making better choices for yourself. So I am so proud of all of you. You're doing such a great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. We don't give ourselves enough credit sometimes, right? We still get down on ourselves and don't think we're worthy or whatever that demeaning thing may be. But we have to step out of that and go, all right, we are worthy of everything that we desire. We need to stop holding ourselves back. That's part of these new energies that are coming through. This is about us stepping up and owning that. This is about, they're making stuff happen. Yay. So it's like, woo, there's so much exciting things taking place now. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm excited to see where all of you are going and all the decisions you're making to make what happy world you want to live in. I love it. Woohoo! And I do have callers. That's fantastic. I'm glad I have callers today. I'm glad that you guys are all tapping in and feeling all this energy today. And I mean, they're just so happy because it's like, as soon as I just saw that, because I don't know, I can't see anything. I'm in Sarasota, Florida. I have to wait for my producer to tell me if there's anybody out there. And I'm just like, we're just going to talk to anybody, even if no one shows up. That's the one thing about me I want to talk about. Even if one person shows up to my class or something, I will teach the same class that I would teach for 20 or 10 or whatever, because it's who shows up, right? And you guys are tapping in and listening, because if you need to hear this, you're tapping in and listening. So bravo, they're very happy. And it looks like I will take my first caller from area code 516.
Hi, Melissa. This is Kavita. I spoke with you yesterday on Laura's show.
Oh, hi, Kavita. How are you today?
Hi.
How can I help you?
Having a really agitating morning because I'm dealing with insurance companies, and I've been on the phone for literally 5 hours with one company that I don't even want to name the name. It's so bad. I just need to find out if I'm in network for this provider, and I'm getting the runaround, all these different. What can you pick up with this? Is it going to get resolved?
Yeah, but it's like they're stonewalling. They put up this big wall. I feel like after tomorrow, make your attempt after tomorrow, because I feel like there's resistance until this full moon becomes full, and we kind of I feel like it helps push the situation along. And I also feel still like you need to go above whoever's head you're talking about.
I'm trying to get a manager, and it's been like a nightmare. One woman said there's no manager here. I said, that's not true. There's always a manager there.
Yeah, exactly. I love how they try to make that stuff up. They just don't want to hand it off. That's why they're stonewalling you still. But I feel like you will finally get a hold of a manager after tomorrow. And I feel like you have to, before you make the phone call and everything, and go, all right, angels and guides, I'm opening up to the highest and best of this situation. I am contacting the insurance company to resolve this in the easiest manner possible. And thank you for your help. Something like that, whatever you're drawn to say, and then pick up your phone call and make that call with the assistance of your angels and guides.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I literally have been on the phone since 8 o'clock this morning. You have no idea, just to find out.
Oh, I would have been frustrated. I would have been frustrated, true, but I feel like this is an old trigger that's coming up to be cleared for yourself, too. So just allow it to be cleared through that. And I hope any people that work for insurance companies out there, you start blowing the whistle on these insurance companies, because you're not helping the people. All right, that's just a public notice from me. Because it happens everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm seeing this in a lot of different, situations. I'm sending out the angels and guides to assist you with the highest and best situation with this, and I hope that the highest and best information flows through the channels it needs to flow through, so that love and light flows through these companies, so that they all start working for us instead of against us. So let's put out that kind of loving vibration to help change that up for us, Because we are going to help with that change. So if we can stand in that thought pattern, we can start it moving along, right? Because just look how some of the government stuff is starting to get shaken up. Now we need to go down the ladder a little bit and shake up the insurance companies, shake up everybody. I want to shake up all corporations. Wouldn't that be fun? Just to see what falls out.
Do you pick up anything on this man that other people have seen? I'm getting restless. I want to meet him. Anything?
Okay, so you have love coming into your life. All right, let me tap into that for a second, because that's totally different than business-like. Okay. All right, Kavita. Oh, okay, so girl. Okay, so next year, you have relationships coming in your life next year. Okay, and I feel like you're going to have two different choices, because you're not sure what you're really after yet. I mean, you kind of are, but not 100%. They're showing me kind of like a wibble-wobble there. So it's like they're showing me that somewhere towards February into March, into April, that 3-month span, mostly more into March, so leading into around March, you're going to start meeting some people. But this is about you wrapping up your baggage, right? They're showing me you wrapping up your stuff, because the next relationship you get into, you can't bring what you have. So it's like you're still cleaning house. They're showing me you whipping through the closets, and you're like, woo, the stuff's just flying out. You're like, yeah, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need that memory. And it's the spiritual closet as well. It's not just, your physical closet and beings, but it's like throwing out all old beliefs so you can stand in your true power and true belief without fear and without doubt. Okay,
great. Wonderful.
So I hope that was helpful.
You get any description or how I'll meet him?
I feel like you're going to meet him at a gathering of some sort, because I see a lot of people, and I can't really see what he looks like, because right now he's standing at the back of the room, and I can see you walking into the room, but I can feel his energy at the back of the room. I can see that he is of average height. He's not super tall or anything, so he's same height as all men in the room, and he's a little bit older. But he's recently widowed, they're telling me, but he's a little bit lonely, and he's kind of shy. He doesn't really talk a lot until you get to know him, but you'll be able to pick him out of the crowd. You're gonna connect with his energy.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in today. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Awesome. Doesn't that just feel awesome? I mean, there's a lot of things taking place so that we can learn lessons and others can learn lessons. Sometimes we have to go through that frustration to bring out something on the other side, right? So it's like there's this learning curve, and then they show me these waves, right? Because it brings up frustration, it brings up emotions, right? Because water could be emotion, so it's like bringing up all these emotions to bring up and to clear and to release and truly start creating what you want, right? It's just like anytime, if you have to call a business, and go, this is what I do now, even when I have to call the doctor's office, because it's I put out the intention, I'm going to actually get a hold of a real person, I'm going to be able to communicate what I need to communicate, and I felt that frustration this morning because I had it a little bit with one of the nurses today trying to schedule an appointment for Christopher, who seems to want to stay sick forever, it seems like. So everyone, let's send energy for Christopher. But it's like there's a frustration there, but I also had to go, all right, take a deep breath. It's not working out the way I want it to, because that's my human self that's getting frustrated with it, right? And I did forget to put up my little protection bubble before I made the call. So remember to put up your protection bubble, too, when you're making these phone calls, right? I like to look like Glenda the Good Witch and the Wizard of Oz and my pink translucent bubble floating around, and even I forget to do it, right? So that means I'm still human too. We are all going through a lot of the same things. We're learning same circumstances, whatever might be happening. So it's like all these things that are happening to us, we're learning from them, right? Some are easier to learn than others, but we also set out to learn the things that are hard, right? Because we say already, oh, that's going to be really hard. I don't know if I can do that. It's going to be hard. But if we go, oh, it's going to be easy, and we tell ourselves that and we believe ourselves, you know what, it's going to be easy for us, which is awesome, you know what I mean? Because we want to make life easier on us. We've already had a hard life. We've already gone through all the hard dramas and traumas in our lives or the hard lessons. We don't have to continue to bring them forward with us. So it's about shedding all that out and you now starting to create this beautiful newness. I'm so excited. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm excited about where things are going. So I hope you guys are all feeling this exciting energy because it's like, you know, they're showing me lots of energy going around. And it's like they want you to know that every place that you go, every place that you travel to, every place that you are drawn to, every place that you are, wherever you want to go, whatever you need to do, you're being drawn there for energetic reasons, right? And I love this because I ran into one of those YouTube people that were actually talking about this on their YouTube the other day. So whether you're cruising through your neighborhood or you get called over to Europe, your energy needs to go over there and connect with someone. And I like how he put it because your energy codes, transmissions, whatever needs to happen energetically is going to happen for those things for you guys. So it's like an awakening for you. It does something for them. And it could be several people in the airport as soon as you land. You know what I mean? It could happen in the airport just where your layover is happening. They just want me to let you know that you guys are doing so many things on so many different levels that you need to start to understand that too, okay? I'm excited for you guys. And apparently they wanted me to keep clearing my throat, so it's about standing in our truth, right? Some of this stuff can be hard to believe. Some of it can be, what do I believe? You know, it's still like sorting that stuff out. What do I believe? What do I want to believe? You know, it's almost like, it's so funny because they keep showing me it wiggling back and forth or whatever. So, whatever is going to take place for you is what you're creating in your mind. So they want you to keep your thoughts positive. They want you to keep yourself motivated in the forward direction. Cleaning house. I feel like that's going to be happening a lot through the rest of this year, too, as we're going through these energies. Again, they show us, like, kind of spinning through them, right? So see yourself as a little mini tornado going, all right, I'm cleaning up my life, right? Because once you break stuff down, you have to rebuild, right? So even if you knock your house down with your little mini tornado, which I don't think you will, they're just using this as an analogy, you would rebuild bigger and better, right? So whatever you're dismantling in your life, it's now you are starting to create again. And it's so funny because I had a client the other night and she saw, and we were trading messages, and she gave me the message. At first she saw this urn, and she goes, I don't know what that means. And then she saw the phoenix, and she goes, well, I guess I don't know what that means either. You know, and that really, I knew exactly what that meant for me. That means I'm rebirthing, right? I'm going through a death for the urn. I'm already in that death mode, right? That's what I kind of feel like in some moments. And now I'm going to be that phoenix rising from the ashes. And what am I creating in that fire? I'm creating passion. I'm creating love. I'm creating joy. And let me tell you, as I'm talking to you right now, they are making me sweat. So I hope you guys are feeling this energy because you have the abilities to create all this too. So whatever parts in your life are dying or whatever parts are being relived, enjoy those. Enjoy each side of it because there's great joy in both, believe it or not. And I know sometimes it's hard to imagine, but it is. Once you go through the hard hurdles, it's like we have so much more appreciation on the other side. So, they're excited about all of that. So what else is shaking in your guys' world? What are you guys going to be creating in 2020? What are you letting go of in 2019? You know, as we move into this full moon, this cold full moon at 12:12, again, these numbers mean something, people. What do they mean for you? And it happens at 12:12 a.m., right? So, again, I'm telling you what, we have a lot of things that are taking place. So there's a lot of threes happening, right? Because if you add those up, it'd be 33. But if you figure it out, there's a lot of threes happening in this month, right? And 3s, 6s, and 9s are the vibrations of all the good things that we need to have going on here. So, of course, those are all good, right? So there's a lot of things taking place. So I want you to tap into whatever the numbers mean for you, because mathematically there's a lot of things going on too, which are codes. They keep showing me, and it's so funny because they're showing me like a lot. It's so funny. You know, when you go play bingo, you know what I mean? When they have the little ball thing there and they're spinning the balls around, that's what I feel like we're doing. They're putting it all in there and they're spinning them around. That's so cute. And someone's going to yell bingo because you're going to get all the numbers that you need, okay? So it's like they're calling them out. You're listening for them. So it's funny how they're using these things. I guess I got some bingo players out there today, which is awesome. I'm telling you, they like to use analogies that people can connect with. So these are real-life things that you do, which is so funny. So, and you will be yelling that. When you get all the codes that you need, that's what it feels like. You're yelling bingo, your card's full, you've got your line, whatever it is that you're looking for, and yay, it's like that's your move forward point. So this is where things are going to start to, they're probably already happening very quickly for you. I mean, come on. Didn't we just start this year and we're almost through this year? I mean, I said that every month, and I almost say it every week when I talk to you guys, but super duper fast, super duper faster than ever, ever. You know, so with all of that taking place, you know, it's like, woo, I don't know. It's like, oh, okay, so with all that taking place, all these things that are happening super duper fast, we're all stepping into our powers and starting to use our abilities, which are all going to be coming online. I feel like if you guys are totally open to this right now, they're coming online now. They're coming the rest of the way online through the rest of this year. It's your choice how much you allow in at a time. You could be like, I am totally open to this. I am ready now. And bam, you can have them all. You know, and some of that might be a little bit too shocking in the energy, and then others might filter in slowly, but a little at a time, every day, maybe every night in your dreams. Because a lot of people's dreams, you're doing a lot of work, people. You're doing a lot of work. You're doing a lot of your spiritual work when you're doing your dreams. You might be doing it out in space. You might be in inner earth, middle earth. You might be all over the place, people. Not everybody's working in the same thing, but we're all working for the greatest good of all, and that's what brings the most joy to God and the other side, because we're all living up to what we said we would do, and living all the lessons and letting go of all the things we said we'd let go of. So all these numbers and all these codes that are going to be coming up, you know, and they're already coming up for you guys. You guys have been seeing them for a while on the clock. Driving down the road on license plates, you know, numbers of vehicles, whatever, phone numbers. I even see it when I take people's credit cards. It's funny because when I have to punch it in manually, you know what I mean? I have to see the numbers, you know. So when I do that, I'm like, oh, wow. And then some of the numbers will jump out at me. I'm like, hey, did you ever notice this? And they're like, no, I never noticed that, you know. And these things, like, jump out at me. They're like, you know, billboards that come up out of the road, and they're like, hey, do you see me? So just pay attention. Things are going to be as big as a billboard. Some things are going to be as small as a little ant crawling on the ground in front of you. So the symbols and the signs are all there. It's just all what you're paying attention to and helping yourself move forward and open. Woo! I tell you what, when they talk this fast, they take the breath right out of me. But I don't mind it because I enjoy this. It's like a rush. When I channel like this, and a lot more people are going to be channeling their higher selves, because I feel like that's who I channel overall, is like my higher self, because they're connected to everything, you know, and my human body is still questioning some of that sometimes. But it's like, woo, what else do we have going on in our world? Woo, I'm excited. Oh, and I have another caller. This is exciting, too. All right, this caller is calling me from 781.
Hello, hi, this is Laura from Boston.
Hi, Laura from Boston. How's it going today?
Good. I, again, was just trying to listen, but I guess there's no way to just listen.
Yeah, you could just be like, not say anything, and then she would just mute you again. I guess we could come up with that, can we, Tiffany, or something? But if you don't have a question, you don't have to ask me one. I know what we forced that on you a few weeks ago. Yeah, just you listening in is enough. And they're excited that you're doing that, because they just made me write your name all in capital letters and Boston. So whatever you have going on there, I guess I'm feeding you the message anyways. So whatever you have going on there, you're just going to keep spreading the light there, because they're like showing me like all this light coming from your heart chakra. So enjoy the magic, enjoy the ride, because everything's going to move really quickly, and whoa, it's going to be a fun time. They're showing me like it's kind of like playing down the road, getting on a sled and going down the hill like when you were a kid and it was so exciting. Woo! You know, that's what it feels like. So enjoy the ride, because they're showing me wintertime because it's winter there.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, they're happy you tapped in, Laura.
I mean, should I ask a question? You have time?
Sure, I have time. What do you got?
Okay, let me think about it. Well, I've been having some hormone problems, and I'm wondering if they are, just wondering if there's any messages about that.
Okay. There's a couple things. One, your hormones are a little out of whack, but that's okay, because I feel like they're trying to fluctuate back to normal, whatever normal is going to be for you, if that makes sense. Because they show me you like on this teeter-totter. I don't know what this means about your hormones, but the hormones are also bringing up old emotions, okay, because they're triggering some things. So I feel like this hormonal thing is going to be cleared up by the end of the year. So they're showing me, like, I don't know what you're going to do about it. I don't feel like you need to see a doctor, but I feel like you're going to seek one out. But I feel like you're going to get into a new flow, if that makes sense, because they're showing me this new, like, and the flow is, like, easy, which is interesting.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes I feel that way about hormone shifts, like, it seems so dramatic at the time, but then I look back and I'm like, wow, I cleared a lot out because it surfaced what I was upset about.
Exactly, and this has helped bringing everything to the surface. I mean, right now, everything's coming to the surface. I read something, I was listening to a YouTube video earlier today that I totally resonated with. I started crying. I cried because it resonated so strongly with my heart. So I'm still releasing stuff. You know what I mean? So, and I was like, am I just being hormonal? But no, it's like we're bringing all this stuff up to the surface, so we might give it a name or whatever, but it's coming up to be clear, because we look back, right, and you're like, oh, yeah, that wasn't so bad, and now I feel much better. I don't have to do that again. So it's kind of like clearing up all the old stuff.
Yeah.
So just enjoy clearing it up, because then it won't come back anymore. Because we're purging old emotions. We're purging old beliefs. We're purging old thoughts, things that don't resonate with our highest and best being anymore, or the highest and best for the unity of everything, right? So they're showing me, like, now this is kind of cool, because they're showing me, like, you being like this egg, right? And they're showing me, like, because if we actually cracked open an egg, there's the membrane inside. It's like you're finally breaking through the membrane, too. They're showing me, like, you're breaking through all of that. So it's like not only is the shell broke, but the membrane is now broke, and, like, this is part of your rebirth. So it's kind of like what I talked about earlier about the urn and the phoenix. So it's like you're going through some death, right, in feelings, emotions, whatever, and now they're going to come out clear, because fire clears everything.
Cool.
So how's that feel?
Yeah, it resonates. It seems right, yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, they're very happy that does. And now they're sending you along with great joy and happiness through the end of this year, because it's so funny, because, if you saw Doctor Strange, it's funny because they're showing me putting my hand up, and it's like I'm making this little portal in front of me. It's like that's what they're putting in front of you, and it's like you could just walk through it if you want to. So imagine yourself just walking through it, I guess. That's kind of cool.
Like walk through to another dimension? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Or into your higher self, whatever you want it to be.
Okay,
but it's safe and healthy there. You know what I mean? Because they're showing me, like, you design it with your hand when you open it up in front of you. I wonder if we should all try this. Open it all up with your hand and just walk right through and see what that feels like, and see if we don't leave this timeline behind, the heavy one, right? And maybe that's walking into the 5D. I don't know. They don't always give me the exact answers. But let me know how that works out for you.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome, Laura. Thanks for calling in today.
Sure.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this is exciting stuff, people. The energy that they show me, and I mean this little magic stuff that they just showed me, like with the Doctor Strange thing and opening up this portal in front of you, this is magic that can be real for us, okay? But you have to believe it, right? We have to believe in magic for magic to be real. So they want you to believe in the unbelievable. All the things that they told you were not possible are possible. This is to help you expand and open your mind to bigger and better things and allow yourself to really stand in your power, your true self. You know, and a lot of people are going through these, you know, emotional deaths, physical deaths, you know, emotions, whatever they might be feeling, whatever. And now you are starting to get cleared up, right? You're starting to feel lighter. You're starting to feel more alive. You're starting to feel connected to your higher self. You know, they're showing me these vibrations moving through you, and they're moving through you like little waves, and they're going from your root all the way, actually they're going all the way from earth all the way up to heaven, if that's what you want to call it, and this energy are also coming down through you, going through all of your chakras, through your head, all the way down and all the way out the bottom of your feet, making complete pure connections to help you guys move forward. So allow yourselves to move forward. Allow yourselves to get out of your boxes. Allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone, whatever that might be. We have to allow ourselves to step forward together, and, you know, whatever fears, whatever tethers may be holding us back, it's time to release those and allow ourselves to be free, okay, to be totally free. So I feel like that word for the rest of the month, I feel like into 2020 will be, how can I feel more free? How can I feel more love? How can I feel more joy, right? Because those are all things that we want to feel, right? I mean, so how are you going to start to create those for yourselves? Because you have to create them for yourselves. No one can create that for you. You know, we can co-create together, but it still comes down to what you're creating for yourself. Just because you co-create with others doesn't mean you still don't have your fears and things that are going to have blockages and stuff that are going to hold it back. So allow yourselves to free those up so that you can make this world the best world that we can possibly make together. Woo! You know, so it's exciting times to be alive. Thank you, Tiffany. I love you. She did, I'm going to share what she said. She says, you are my favorite joy guide. And I appreciate that because, you know, maybe I am a joy guide. I'm here. That's why my show is called Joyful Findings, because it's about finding joy. And I know it's about finding joy because I know what it's like to live an unjoyful life. I know what that's like. I've been there. I've done that. There's still moments in my life where I do it, but that's my human self that gets me all wrapped up in that. So stand in your joy. Stand in your power. What does that feel like? What does that look like for you? You are creating it. All the power is being put back into your hands. It's being all put back into your heart, into your solar plex. Wherever that power is that you've given it away it's coming back to you. It's being shot back into you. It's opening you back up, and it's helping you remember who you really are so you can stand in that power and start to create this beautiful world and start to understand what's going on around you. They are showing me you guys are starting to get the crystal clear picture, whether you can see it fully or not, but you guys are totally, totally standing in this, and you guys are just making a great progress. Great progress. Every one of you, no matter what level you're at right now, you are making great progress. Don't let anyone hold you back. Oh, they want me to mention that too. Please do not listen to others if it does not resonate with your heart, right? Because some people always want to say something about what we should be doing in our lives, how we should be handling that situation, or whatever it is. They want you to come back to heart center, resonate with what the people said to you, take it to heart, and see if it is what is true for you or not, and go, all right, I'm still going to make my own decisions, okay? Because that's what you have to do. It's all back in your lap, right? You are responsible for you, and only you, right? Even though we have children and stuff, they still have free will. They still have choices to make. They have things to do. We're still there to protect them as much as we can when they're little, but when they're older, they still have things that they have to learn on their own. So they want you to recognize all the patterns in your life so that you can start to create more joy in your life. Okay, so, I tell you what. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. I've been talking and chattering 100 miles a minute, it feels like. And that's so funny because it's like once I get into this, it's like there's so much fast. They want to give you so much information in that hour time or how much ever time that I have that day. It's like they want to give you all that energy, all that stuff. It's like, it's sometimes I feel like I'm a little machine gun when I start talking because sometimes people are like, can you slow down? You're talking too fast. But I don't know how to slow it down. I guess I could slow it down, but I kind of like the energy when it flows through me like this. So I hope you guys do too. So, we're getting ready to wrap up my hour, so I want to tell you guys how you can get a hold of me since I haven't told you guys that yet. You guys can find me on my website at IamMelissaParks.com. You can find me on Facebook. I have a page there, Melissa Parks Psychic, if you want to hook up there. I also have an Instagram, which is Melissa Parks Psychic also, so you can find me there if you want to. What else do I got? Oh, you can reach me by phone at 941-266-9. So the end of the year is coming, so it's like, what do you want to create for yourselves? They keep showing me this creation thing, right? So some of you are starting to create hobbies into businesses, or you're starting just to create out of the thing. Okay, I'll repeat my number one more time. I do talk fast, don't I? 941-266-9250, and I'll do that one more time. 941-266-9250, which is funny because I would slow down if I was leaving it on a voice recorder. You know what I mean? So it's like, see, they tell, even my phone number comes out fast. So I hope you guys reach out and start creating, because I feel like more artistic people are coming on board. So whatever artistic ability you have been using, right down to knitting, painting, whatever it might be, crafting, refreshing things. I feel like there's a lot of recycling going on. So there's a lot of thoughts going on to help create, and recycle, which I love so much. So I want you guys to tap into whatever those things are for you. Oh, okay, that's cool. So it's like, what do you want to create? They're putting that out there again. You are creating with your mind. You are creating with your thoughts. You are creating with your feelings. Be mindful of what you're feeling. Be mindful of what you're thinking, and put out only the positive and best outcomes for yourself so you can start to create that and not create the obstacles that you're so used to. It's about standing in that power and creating the magic around you of whatever that magic may be, creating the happiness, the joy, the grace, the love, whatever it is that you desire to have in your life. So open your hearts to your higher self. Stand in that power, stand in that joy, and be blessed as you move through this week. It looks like I'll have one more show next week before we go into, I think it will, right? Yeah. I keep forgetting what day it is. So there'll be one more show next Wednesday, and then you won't catch me until 2020. So I hope you guys can tap in next week, too, because you never know what I'm going to talk about. Heck, I never know what I'm going to talk about until I plug in the phone and go click. All right, what are we talking about today? So they'd like to just wing it and have fun with it and share the information that they feel is important in that very moment to help you move forward, because they already know who's tapping in. Even though I can't see you energetically, they know who's here. They know who's tapping in now. They know who's tapping in later. It's like they know all, but we as humans sometimes forget that. So I'm pretty much going to wrap up my show today, so I want to say thank you, each and every one of you, for tapping in, feeling the love vibration, being the love vibration, and spreading that love as you move forward, creating everything that it is that you desire in your life, and spreading that joy from here, there, and everywhere, and helping reconnect all the energy sources and dots on this energetic earth that we're on, and creating love, more love, more love, more love. And absolutely have a beautiful full moon, and I will catch you next week. Love you.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments, then head over to Goldilocks Productions' YouTube channel. With over 950 archive shows, the fun doesn't have to end.